Grandpa, bewildered by Auntie's plan to move, said no way. He knew Hadi cherished the land more than dull family gatherings. But Auntie wasn't about to give up. He was like a little fox, using Hadi's youthful ignorance to lure him down the mountain. He lied to Hadi, saying the mountain city found him a new home and Grandpa wanted him down for fun. Kind-hearted, Hadi believed the lie and wanted to say goodbye to Grandpa, but Auntie pulled him like he was trying to catch the next roller coaster down the mountain. Hadi's mood was like a fuel-less train, hollow and heavy, reluctant to leave this beautiful, warm place and the cute goats. Subtitles, The Mountain's Beauty, and grass enthralled him, but he's just an 8-year-old kid. He couldn't fight Auntie's decision, so he trudged on, while Grandpa, upon hearing the news, ran down the mountain like he was in a race. But it was too late, and he was like a potato that couldn't catch up, unable to board the speeding train. In that moment, time seemed to freeze. Usually as cold and tough as steel, Grandpa instantly turned into a big softy, with tears rolling down his face. Hadi was whisked away to Frankfurt and sold to a noble family, feeling like he had just walked into a fancy fall trap. At this very moment, he was completely unaware that his auntie had already sold him off and made a quick buck in the process. Here Hadi became Clara's buddy, and Clara, who lived in luxury, was sick because of her own sorrow. On his first day, Hadi caused a commotion when he pushed Clara around and knocked over all the fancy dishware. Luckily, before the housekeeper could unleash her wrath, Clara jumped in to take the blame, not wanting Hadi to get scolded. However, she swiftly discovered that this youngster had absolutely no idea about proper manners, grabbing food with his bare hands instead of using cutlery during meals. Hadi's antics angered the teacher, who fled the dining room in embarrassment. But Clara loved Hadi, thinking his liveliness made the classroom a lot more fun. She patiently taught Hadi how to use utensils, and they quickly became the best of buddies. Hadi's enthusiasm rubbed off on Clara as he took her on wild adventures like racing to the market or rescuing a bunch of kittens. But the housekeeper wasn't happy with Hadi taking Clara out without permission, so he got a timeout and a no-meal punishment. Poor kid. After dressing and hugging Clara, Hadi planned to leave, unaware Auntie had already signed him over. The housekeeper wasn't about to let him slip out easily, and during the argument, all the bread fell out of Hadi's bag. It reminded him of Peter's grandma, who needed an extra loaf daily to chew. He planned to take those loaves back to the Alps for Grandma, a little oatmeal sharing plan, if you will. When night fell and the stars twinkled, Hadi gazed at the bright moon outside, remembering Grandpa's face. He recalled Peter's laughter and the beauty of the hills and green grass all around. He yearned to return home for joy, yet Frankfurt days grew dull. Homesickness hit him like a tidal wave, unstoppable. Each night, he'd lie in bed, thoughts racing. Staring at the bare hawk Grandpa gave him, he daydreamed about the Alps, yearned for those fresh, innocent days. This homesickness morphed into sleepwalking, appearing by his bedside many nights. He often woke up, sleepwalking toward the door, gazing dreamily in the Alps direction. It felt like he could feel the mountain breeze, the sounds of cows and sheep, and the fresh air hitting him right in the feels. Clara's dad and Grandma often came home and saw her vibrant transformation, filling their hearts with joy. Meanwhile, the housekeeper worried Hadi would disrupt Clara's studies, seeing him as a pesky country kid. That night, Clara's grandma came to Hadi's room, sitting down gently with a well-loved storybook in hand. With warmth, she told Hadi about the magical world within the book shepherds, forest sprites, and far-off wonders. Subtitle: When discussing the shepherd on Mount Ubiquitous, Clara's grandmother deliberately left a small cliffhanger, making Hadi act like a little detective. Hadi itched to know what happened next, but Grandma mischievously said, "Don't rush, I'll tell you next time." "You like stories, right?" Her words were like a spring soothing Hadi's heart. Under Clara's grandma's guidance, Hadi's interest in learning blossomed, smart as a little fairy. He quickly mastered reading skills, and Clara's grandma noticed Hadi wasn't really happy here, but his parents were oblivious. As long as Clara was happy, who cared about Hadi, the country rascal? But over time, Hadi's sleepwalking got worse, often looking like a dazed little puppet. Clara's dad called a doctor, hoping to find a cure for Hadi, staying by his side to get the scoop. Accidentally discovering Hadi's hidden bread, Hadi woke up realizing the significance of those little loaves. Does it hurt? No, just here, feeling a bit stuffy. The doctor patiently asked, "Why are you hiding all this bread?" "These are for Grandma. She can't eat hot stuff." "You must be missing her, right?" "No, absolutely not," Hadi replied, acting as if nothing had happened. "Are you sure?" the doctor asked with inquiry. If you think Hadi's story is captivating, be sure to subscribe.